Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Harry and Meghan avoided the paparazzi by attending a hockey game, with Harry taking to the ice himself. The couple attended a game in Vancouver between the hometown Canucks and the San Jose Sharks. Before the game, Harry dropped the ceremonial first puck. He and Meghan then took in the game from the box seats. The Sussexes' trip to Vancouver was related to the Invictus Games, which are being held in Whistler and Vancouver in 2025. The Jumbotron highlighted the Invictus Games during the evening. The Vancouver Sun reported Harry and Meghan were joined in the box by local Indigenous leaders, BC Premier David Eby, and Tourism, Arts, Culture and Sports Minister Lana Popham. The Express reports that a flustered Prince Harry is reportedly sickened by a royal commentator's assessment of his marriage to Meghan Markle and predictions over their future. Former Vanity Fair editor Graydon Carter had suggested the marriage of the Sussexes would be measured in years, not decades. A source tells the Mirror, when Graydon Carter weighs in on a topic like this, important people in the highest places listen. It's going to have a domino effect as far as the perceived narrative about their marriage and its long-term prospect goes. Meghan had an awkward moment on the red carpet last week when she was seemingly ushered along while posing for photos. The consensus seems to be Meghan was lost in the moment and the event handlers prodded her to keep her moving as they would any other celebrity. In the Express, Nathan Kay writes, "It may seem trivial to focus on whether Prince Harry did or did not receive an invitation to his father's birthday celebrations, but the point here is that the way opposing sides have been using the media to get back at one another in a public slanging match. The bigger picture surrounds the many stories that contradict each other in the UK press. The only people to blame for that are Buckingham Palace and the Sussexes. If they're not utilising the press for their own means, they are leaving them high and dry by not responding to queries or creating an environment of contradicting narratives. Contradicting narratives only cause confusion and trigger a plethora of stories surrounding any given situation. The two sides really need to come together to stop this public and rather embarrassing feud. Not only will this minimise the endless run of negative stories surrounding the royals, which has undoubtedly lowered their stock in recent years, but will also ensure that the correct story is reported by everyone concerned." The Mirror tells us King Charles is reportedly fed up with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's soap opera dramas after the birthday call was leaked. One source close to the King said to the Sunday Times that the call was a turning point in the strained relations. Another said it frustrates him that personal issues intrude on the public duty. He'd much rather the focus was on his work, not the soap opera of his private life. It is always frustrating when family dynamics overshadow the public role. Palace Intrigue will be right back. From Deadline, British commercial broadcaster ITV has recruited a familiar face to guest present an edition of their flagship daytime magazine show this morning, Sarah Ferguson. Ferguson said, "I'm looking forward to being there for the whole morning and thrilled to be a guest editing the show, which will mean getting to explore some topics I'm passionate about." A source close to Ferguson said, "She has done quite a lot of TV work before. At one point, she stood in for Larry King in the US. A Christmas event at Kensington Palace has been pulled, according to a royal expert. We previously reported how Peter Phillips, the son of Princess Anne and first husband Captain Mark Phillips, had planned to hold the Ice Winter event, complete with London's biggest ice rink at the royal residence, but safety concerns meant it had to be postponed until next year. There may be more to this. Royal expert Katie Nicholl told GB News, "I think there is probably a silver lining to this cloud for the King and the royal family. For a member of the royal family, even if they do not carry the HRH title, Princess Anne's son being seen to cash in on his royal connection has all sorts of problems associated with it. Yes, he is Princess Anne's son, but he has made his own living and runs an event company. He would have thought he had landed gold by getting this gig. It has been pulled for security reasons, understandably, and it will be a big blow for him because this would have been a big money spinner. Peter has been criticised before for cashing in, including an appearance in a Chinese advertisement for milk." Elle took a new look at how the Crown transformed Elizabeth Debicki into Diana. Kate Hall informed Elle Debicki's transformation into character took over 30 hours to emulate. Hall said, "To achieve this, we styled her wig with a broken centre parting, lots of salt spray and less volume to suggest a kind of post-swimming and sunbathing situation. We kept her makeup minimal, focusing on a really healthy glow and deep tan, but still concentrating her eye makeup in the centre of the eye, pushing Elizabeth's natural feline shape towards Diana's rounder doe eye. For Diana's yacht look, it was all about the glow. With a more polished, formal look for her press and public work, we were able to play with the contrast between Diana the star and Diana the happy young mother. A lot of detail went into the wigs, specifically for the Paris scenes. The silhouette of her wig in these scenes was so immediately recognizable as Diana, and it could only be achieved by analyzing and recreating her haircut precisely. We cheated her hairline lower in the fringe section to give us more hair to play with, and consequently more layers. For me, the standard breakout moments were those in Paris sequences where the press surrounded the car. It took my breath away. Elizabeth's resemblance to Diana was uncanny, and in combination with the oppressive nature of the drama in the scenes we were shooting, I felt like we really captured how it must have felt for her as a woman subjected to such intense scrutiny. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, or your app of choice. And if you're on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.